What's going on, my fellow fairy tale to my doshis? It's been such a long time since I've made a fairy tale video besides my recent top 10 sexiest females of fairy tale, and it seems like I picked a controversial chapter to start my reviews back up on because a lot of people are split in this chapter, like whether it was good or bad, just because the explanation of why and how August was defeated and how he went out, especially coming from one of the best fights in this war and also one of the biggest plot twists in this series' history. I mean, who would have thought that August was Mavis's and Zeref's son? I did not see that coming. I think we can all agree that no one truly defeated August. He pretty much killed himself, but the way that he went out and the reason that no one else got taken out with him is a very fairy tale-like ending for a villain. I'm going to get in that in a second, but I just want to talk about how emotional this chapter is, to me anyway. Like, Zeref seems to be getting off on killing Rakid, which is fucked up, by the way. Rakid just wanted love. He was down there crying, and Zeref just obliterated him, and then he was smirking and sweating. And you know shit gets real when Zeref awakens his Renegon. But just how he was panting and sweating and smiling while he was taking out Rakid really made it seem like he was enjoying it. And how he was like, he has no family and blah, 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 blah. And Natsu said, shut the fuck up. He punched him into a fucking tornado. I was like, damn, Natsu. Because we all know how serious Natsu takes family. And I love how he said that, I know who you are. You're just a punk ass bitch that takes the role of a father for granted. And I really enjoyed that quote from Natsu because it kind of further reminds me that Natsu, for the most part of the series anyway, was looking for his father, looking for Ignil. So it would make sense for Natsu to be pissed off when looking at someone who like refuses to be a father. I can understand why Natsu got so pissed off. But what really tugged on my heartstrings a little bit, and I'm not exactly sure why, was when August, well, first off, let's talk about how August is like the strongest fucking magician that we've seen so far, without a doubt, besides, of course, Acnologia and Zeref, of course. But he had the power to evaporate the blood in everyone's body in that immediate area, and even like beyond that immediate area, and melt the earth. Mavis said he could have easily ended the war on his own right there by sacrificing his life. Like at the beginning of the war, he literally could have just killed himself and everyone would be dead right now. August is truly the most OP magician that we've seen so far, besides the other two big dicks that I just mentioned a little while ago. But the reason that he stopped killing everyone because he saw Mavis's face, a lot of people are going to call bullshit. A lot of people already have. But I kind of understand, because who really wants to kill their mom? Because it's obvious that August wanted love, but he felt like it's not his place to say, like, hey, I'm your child, Zeref, or, you know, I came out of Mavis or whatever. Like, he knew the truth, but they didn't. So I can understand why he would not want to kill his mother. It's actually kind of like the fight we just got with Urza and Irene, how Irene couldn't bring herself to kill her daughter or whatever because of her smile or whatever. It depends on how you look at parental and child relationships, whether or not this death without him taking everybody else with him made sense. But I found it hilarious that the only thing that saved everyone on the battlefield was Mavis's position. If she was not in the eyesight or in eyesight range of August, which is very coincidental and also very convenient, if he did not see Mavis, he would have continued his Majin Vegeta explosion and taken out everyone with him. I mean, damn, that's some power right there. Like, he even withstood Gildarts' like attacks, man. So he survives an attack from the badass Gildarts, like one of the most powerful fairy tale magicians ever, and then he still has enough magic left over to fucking annihilate the almost entire battlefield. August is truly OP. But what really touched me, even though I did kind of like, I'm not going to say it's bullshit that he didn't want to kill his mom, like he just faded away into whatever the fuck. I'm not really mad at that. You know, it could have been a little better. He could have been taken out by someone. But really, who's going to take out someone as badass as August? But when little baby August appeared behind Mavis, and he looks just like Mavis, and he was smiling, kind of being like, I just wanted to see my mom one more time. And it looks like she felt a chill, or she felt something. She felt a presence. For some reason, that one panel, like there was no words said, like August didn't say anything. She didn't say anything about, you know, feeling a presence or whatnot, at least unless I missed it. But that one panel just completely broke my heart, because this child, August, well, he's not a child anymore, he's an old ass man. He has to be like at least 100 years old. But August has been living his whole life without that parental love. And at his very last moment, like even beyond his last moment, when he supposedly already died, his spirit or his heart, whatever the fuck, came back in the form of a child just to see his mom one last time. Without her even knowing, without Zareth even knowing. That's kind of heartbreaking. Like, imagine you see your mom, and you know that's your mom, but she doesn't know who the fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna say she doesn't know who you are, but she doesn't know that you're her child. And it's just a really sad situation. Like, August's entire existence really made me sad. And I always considered August badass, but after the twist that he is a child of Zareth and Mavis, it really, really hurt my heart, because I had a feeling that they weren't going to find out that August was their child until after he was dead. Maybe they will find out, maybe they will never know. But that's the fucked up part. Like, this dude went out looking at his mom, and then, I don't know, like I said, that scene when he was behind her as a kid really, really fucked me up for some reason. I don't know why. It just made my heart drop. It gave me chills. I'm like, dang. So even if you consider August's, like, his death by his own hands and not taking out anyone with him on the good guy side, whether or not you call bullshit on that, I think that moment where he's like behind his mom, like, goodbye mom, in a sense, that's what I got from that. Kind of made up for it. It might just be me. You guys may be ranting and raving about how much bullshit that is, that someone as powerful as August didn't take anyone out before he left, but I still think that was beautifully done. Not exactly the execution of August, you know, starting to evaporate blood in everybody's body and then stopping midway, and they just have enough, everybody has enough blood still in their bodies to survive. That's kind of clumsy in my opinion, but just seeing him pretty much say goodbye to his mom without actually saying it was a very powerful message to me. Hold up. This makes it even more sad. I just went back and read August's last wish. He said that he wants to be held in his mom's arms just one time. Just, can I be held in your arms one time, mom? Goddamn, that's sad. So this is a guy who grew up never knowing the embrace of a mother's hug, a mother's kiss, breakfast made from his mom, a father's love, a father's hug, whatever. None of that. None of that. He grew up a hard-ass motherfucker. And he went out like a G, in my opinion. And I don't know why, but just these past few chapters have cemented August as one of my favorite characters. It might just be the hype that I'm writing right now. Like, I'm still hyped up because of the twist that he is their child. And that this was a beautiful chapter, in my opinion. It's just, I don't know. August is just so cool to me now. He's always been badass, especially after he went from just generic looking old man to that hard ass transformation that we're familiar with now. But I don't know, it just seems like his character is just, it's just likable to me for some reason. Now, I think the end of this chapter, when the Book of End was brought to Mavis, and she said something along the lines of, it'll take the power of you, all of his friends, to save Natsu. I smell some friendship, you know, signature fairy tale BS coming on at the end when Natsu defeats Zareth or whatever happens. I feel like the power of friendship yet again is going to be the savior of Natsu, which I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but I mean, Mavis just literally told us that it's going to take the power of his friends to save him. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I just hope that it's not just like, oh, your friends are here, you know, we're here to have your back or whatever, and then he gets the power and then powers up to Super Saiyan God, and then he demolishes everybody and he doesn't die. I hope it's not like that. I hope we get an explanation and it makes sense about, you know, why Natsu is still alive. I understand in the previous chapters it seemed like the seeds, the demon seed and the dragon seed, kind of evaporated in him, but I'm not sure if that was symbolic or if the seeds are actually gone, because I think the name of the next chapter is called Demon Dragon or Dragon Demon or something like that. So maybe Natsu still does have those seeds, or at least fragments of them in him, and he turns into a demon dragon. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first chapter that Natsu has ever actually acknowledged Zeref as being his brother. He's like, "You idiot, you have a bond with someone right here, brother." I was like, whoa, Natsu, like, I mean, you went from wanting to kill this dude to actually acknowledging that you have a bond with him. Although, I'm pretty sure his bond is the bond that he wants to fucking kill him still. And then they both power up to Super Saiyans at the end of this chapter. And I'm not going to lie, that last panel with Natsu and Zeref looking like they're about to do some ultimate final attack or some shit looked pretty badass. Although I know that the next chapter is not going to be the end of either of them, because Acnologia is still wandering around being a big dick badass somewhere. I do not believe this is going to be it, but the last panel looks pretty damn cool, and Mavis running there talking about she knows how to defeat Zeref. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe she jumps on top of him and kisses him and humps him and makes another baby or something. I don't know. Maybe the power to defeat the black magician Zeref is with some ass. I mean, hey, I'd buy it. But tell me what you guys thought about this chapter. I really don't like the fact that the strongest magician ever, one of the strongest magicians ever, August, was taken out by himself. Like, he killed himself basically and didn't take anyone with him, even though the explanation of why he didn't take anyone with him is understandable, but I really like the after effect of why he saw her. But I do think it's a little too convenient that he just happened to be floating above the road that she was running on. Out of all the other roads that are in that fucking city, she just happened to be in eye distance, you know, within eye range of where he decided, okay, I'll let everyone live. Like, what the that part's kind of bullshit, but I do understand why it happened once they actually made eye contact. So tell me what you guys think. I'm kind of mixed on that part of the chapter, but everything else was good in my opinion. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.